Hey everybody, welcome back to the Rockstarflipper YouTube channel, live from eBay Open 2017 at the beautiful MGM Grand, and I have two very special guests for you guys today. I'm going to introduce them both from eBay. This is part of eBay's guaranteed shipping and delivery team. This is Greg Ross-Smith. Say hi, Greg.
Hello.
And for those of you that watched the show this morning from the general room, he's so gracious for taking the time to be here. This is Bob Cuppins. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. And what's your official title?
I'm the Vice President of B2C Selling and Global Trust.
So he helps us.
I'm here for you.
Yeah, I liked what he said this morning the best, that he's here for the sellers, because we got to see the person that's there for the buying side yesterday, so that's awesome. I brought this live show to you guys today because we want to talk about the Guaranteed Delivery Program. We had a ton of questions, especially after the general session this morning. And me and Greg were just talking about some of those questions. So people were asking a huge array. So I'm going to try to remember. And if you have questions that you want answered right now, get them in the chat and put them over there on the right-hand side. And we have somebody that's going to pull those questions, the good ones, and we'll get them done. Because this is your chance, guys. If you miss it now,
no bad questions. If
you
ask bad questions.
If you ask bad questions, our moderator over here,
exactly.
we might have bad answers, right? Yeah. So the first question that I know that was like probably a dozen people asked me is, they're so excited to get to it. How soon are we looking to roll this out, and where are we at with it right now?
Yeah. So firstly, we're so excited, right? And the reception that we've received from sellers here and your support all the way through has been awesome. We're really excited that Wednesday of next week, so August the 2nd, we're pushing out the first wave of eligible sellers into guaranteed delivery.
Very nice.
So we're rolling out in a phased fashion, and we plan that by early 2018. It's going to be open to everyone.
To everyone.
Yeah.
Awesome. So make sure you put that note down, the 2nd, next week. Only for some of you. And if you get it, please leave comments. Let me know how it works. Let me know how you're using it, and if you are using it. And if you are eligible, please use it. We talked about the importance of it at the session, and I will link mine and Bob's talk as well.
Well, the other reason it's critical is that we need to get critical mass around the program, because if you're a buyer and you click the toggle and there's like nothing there, you know, it's not a great buyer experience. And so we really want to make sure that everybody who has the opportunity to be in the program from the beginning immediately gets in the program, gets as much of their inventory in there, and that's going to create the best buyer experience. We want it to be, I mean, I don't know, when we were originally talking about it, we're like, hey, we want to pilot this thing for Halloween and make sure like we understand how some of this is going to work, and then we get to holiday, really have a lot if and make it feel like a different holiday than we've had before.
Isn't it awesome how eBay gets us ready for the holidays just like that? See that?
So if you holidays in July.
Yeah, if you don't know what Bob was talking about, check out the video from the session this morning, and you'll see in one of his slides where you, as a buyer, when they're searching the products, they can click the little button over, and it will sort the listings that they're searching for by the guaranteed delivery date. So if they need it in 2 days or 3 days, you guys will see it. Check it out. It's awesome. So that's what he's talking about.
And also, Casey, it's buyers are going to start seeing guaranteed delivery mid-September.
Mid-September.
So between August and September, sellers that are eligible to opt in now, it's an opportunity for sellers to optimize their shipping options, build rate tables, set handling time, all that good stuff that you already know about.
Yep.
And it gives us an opportunity to test the system, to take feedback, to improve it before we push it out broadly. So it's really important, as Bob said, as many sellers come in early so everything gets tested and set up.
Right, so if you're eligible, please use it. If you're not sure or you don't know how to check, message me, let me know, I'll help you do it so we can get as many people using it as possible. Because I imagine they're going to hit me up and ask what kind of reception and usership we're getting. So we'll do that. So that was the biggest question.
We just assume from your group it's going to be awesome, so we don't even have to ask.
Well, I hope it's awesome, and I know it's going to be awesome, and I know you guys are going to have the best fourth quarter, because if we can get it August, September, ready for October, that's I'm excited about it, like ridiculously excited. So that was the biggest question, and you did cover like how many people, and then like is it going to roll? Like, are we doing 50%, 25% of the people? How fast are we going to get to everyone? Because that was the next question.
Yeah. So we're starting in the first phase with tens of thousands of sellers, and we're prioritizing sellers because this is a shipping program. Right. Sellers that have already historically done really good on their shipping, that have met their 0 1-day handling time perfectly, that offer more than one shipping option. So we're prioritizing those sellers in first. But then in short order, the sellers that want to change their behaviors to get in will have an opportunity to do so. So then in early 2018,
awesome.
Everyone's in.
Awesome. So start familiarizing. If you're not already do the 1-day handling or the multiple shipping options, we talk about it on my channel all the time. If you're new, then please go back and watch the other videos. But get all the shipping settings set up and ready. The sooner you do it, the sooner you'll be in there, guaranteed.
Well, this is what I think you said that was so powerful this morning was like transit tables, set them and forget them.
Right.
You know, like handle time, set it and forget. Like these are things that are basic hygiene for shipping. That you know, it's great that you've encouraged your team and your followers to do that. And if everybody did that, we would have a much better algorithm around even the expected delivery date, you know, before we even got to guaranteed delivery. And so like we can move the mass of eBay very quickly with some of those techniques, even before everybody's opted into to guaranteed delivery.
Right, and sometimes when we have these talks, I know my followers and viewers get intimidated by it, but I'm gonna make some more videos in the next couple weeks to make it even simpler and just break it down, but it's really easy. Once you're done with it, you just set it, forget it, and it's done. Like you're good forever. Like I will show you guys, I'll do more videos, 2 or 3 more videos on it, but it's so easy. Don't be intimidated and you will thank me later. You'll thank these guys too later, I promise.
It is super easy, right? And if you needed us to come back on and walk through specifically on a screen, we can do that. But hopefully it's not necessary because it's just step by step, very easy.
It is very easy.
Don't be intimidated, and it's good. It'll be good for the business.
And a lot of people don't know this, but I'm one that's like anti-change because I'm like, oh, it's too complicated. I hate. This one is really easy, and I've already been setting it up, so you know I have the availability, obviously. But once you guys get it, if you have any issues, please just come to me, and I'll help you guys do it. So, no problem at all. And you just hit on the other question that leads out of that. When they set up multiple shipping options, and they have a first class, and then a priority, and an express overnight, is the search results, once they become searchable, going to show those options on the search, or are they going to have to go into it to see multiples?
This is really, really cool, right? Because what you know nowadays is sellers who offer more than one shipping option, it's fantastic. But buyers have to navigate into the view item, down below into the tab, right? And maybe or maybe not they find what they're looking for. Once guaranteed delivery goes live, if you've offered more than one shipping option and your buyer has clicked, I want 3 days, then all the options that can be delivered in 3 days will appear, show up.
Including those expedited shipping options.
Right, yeah. So that'll be your minimum time. Like if you need it in 3 days, it'll show, if I'm understanding this right, that you have a 3-day option. Yes. Once you get into it, if they offer the express 1 day, you'll also see that. So if you decide, well, you know what, I want to go ahead and get it tomorrow, then you'll have that option as well. So
we know that sellers do an awesome job of all these shipping options. If buyers are not finding those options, then it's for nothing.
Yeah, right.
So we're going to be showing all the way through the buying flow. Like you said, they can upgrade or downgrade their shipping choices very easily because we're putting all the options right there in their face.
Right.
It's going to be super easy.
And this can all be done in bulk editor, just like I showed you guys, and I'll show you again. But you can go in and edit all. So those of you that have 1,000 listings, I get it. You can go in and edit the shipping option, add an extra shipping option, select the priority, select your price, select express, save it, and it'll all show up. So once you have the transit times and all that set up, 1 click in bulk edit, you're ready. It's really easy. I can't tell you guys how easy it is. So thank you for doing that, by the way.
Yeah, you guys are great.
This guy has, I'm sure, a little to do with that. So.
It's,
he has magic shipping powers. It's incredible.
And a massive team of people working very hard.
The coding gods.
The coding gods are behind the scenes, exactly.
I don't understand that stuff. I'm happy that they do. Right?
Do you know what's cool? Actually, it is a little bit of an aside, but it may be interesting. Like organizationally, we used to have a product team, a technology team that worked on shipping, and then a technology team that worked on selling, and then a technology team that worked on like ads, and a technology team that worked, and so we're starting to combine those. So like Sunil, who you saw this morning on the session, and I think these guys can go see the replay, like my key partner on the product side, he has responsibility for B2C selling, C2C selling, which is typically different listing flows, and also shipping. So when we think about like what makes sellers successful, it's all kind of in one team together, which is really unique and actually great, so that all of the just sort of different elements of feedback that our sellers give us get all incorporated in all the different parts of the product.
Right. So the parts of the platform are working together. And he mentioned the speech this morning. I'll link it down below. I'll put all the links to all the speeches and everything down below in the videos I put up. So you guys, if you want to go back and look at what he was talking about, you can check it out. It was an awesome speech too. That was the best one I've seen.
It's because
so far.
You were in it.
Well, I'll take credit for that.
You should,
as you should.
No, but it was awesome.
Here's the question I have. Are you going to take that, that photo that we took with the Casey? There's a photo of Casey with the big fist.
It's got to be the new thumbnail and the new the banner picture.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, and if you had done like like rings, then you could have truly been
like the
rock
Mr.
star.
T?
Yeah, no, I was thinking
get
more
some bling,
like
get some
I might have to get some Photoshop stuff going on.
I sort of had
for
Ozzy
that.
Osbourne in my head, but it's anyway.
Ozzy Osbourne. We'll do some photos, but if you guys haven't seen it, they're on Instagram and Facebook. I'll tag everyone on it. You guys can see it. But it was awesome.
It was good fun.
Yeah, it was a great speech. Please go watch it. Bob was awesome all morning long, and it was the best one I've seen here all weekend, all week. So I want to thank you for taking the time today. I appreciate it.
Absolutely, of course.
Getting him here on this is a one-time.
I think we have some more questions.
Oh,
right?
we have more questions. I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah, let's not finish
That
too
was the
soon.
most
Let's keep-
awkward.
I had all my
dismissal ever.
questions. I took all my questions and didn't remember the chat. Let's do
Hi
it.
guys, we have questions from the chat.
Okay.
Number one is, does a badge show up like fast and free? How will how will a buyer know that this item is part of the program?
Sure, that's a really good question. So there's a number of different ways. The listing is going to look different to all the others. So what you will see, what a buyer will see, is the words guaranteed by and then a single date.
Yep.
That is the guaranteed delivery date. Not a date range, one single date, and that will be highlighted in green. So buyers will easily see that in unfiltered search. But of course, if they then need something super urgent and they filter for 3 days, everything that shows up then is all going to be guaranteed delivery listings with that highlight.
And that's the slide that Bob had earlier I'm talking about. I will post a picture of that, like where it shows right under the listing when you search for it, it has that guaranteed date. So I'll link it for you guys.
Mm-hmm.
So is this new program a competitive advantage for sellers?
Oh. Greg, let you start, and then I'll put my opinion in on that. Go ahead.
Yes. I mean, I'm interested in your opinion.
Okay, so obviously when everyone does online shopping, everyone always used to think price. And now when anyone, I get dozens of messages a week of, can I get this for my kid's birthday Friday? Can I get this before our anniversary or our party, our office party? Or, hey, my office is running low on bubble wrap. I need that roll of bubble wrap immediately. How fast can I get it? So I think we've shifted in an online e-commerce from all about price to all about convenience and getting it faster. And I know that just from, I see competitors of mine selling other items for cheaper, like say a $30 item, and I've got it up for $45, and I sell it faster because I've added a priority option, and they bought it because it's worth it for them to spend the money to get it. So I believe it's a tenfold advantage. I would say easily selling, even for small-time sellers, an extra couple items a week or a month just from just that shipping option alone.
Yep. What he said, basically, is what I was going to say. But also, we've done a couple of workshops today, shipping workshops.
Yes.
And we love to start those workshops by asking sellers in the room, think of a time when you were a buyer and you could choose between two items. What were the things that you thought of that made you choose the one item over the other? And to a person, it's ship speed. Right, is in that list. So it's super important.
Well, we talked a little bit about buyer expectations and changing buyer expectations, and shipping, and fast shipping in particular, is one of those. But I think, like fast shipping is one thing, but also knowing and having confidence.
Peace of mind.
Yeah, exactly. And so like everybody's got a birthday or an anniversary or something, a holiday that you need something for. And so like, I shared it this morning, like when you're running up to a holiday, a big holiday like Christmas or Mother's Day or something, there's always a drop-off in e-commerce sales before the holiday because everybody figures, well, I can't, I have to give it at least like 3 or 4 days or 5 days or 8 days or 10 or whatever it is in order to show up and make sure and be guaranteed that I'm going to get my item. And so the nice thing about guaranteed delivery is that it takes all that out. So now you know exactly which things are going to be guaranteed, so you can shop with confidence like all the way up to almost to the date.
To the day,
Yeah, and so then now think about that, like what sales didn't used to happen for like the 2 weeks before a holiday. Now you're going to be 2 days before the holiday, so you've got like an extra week or 10 days of sales, and that's good for sellers. It's good for buyers, I mean, and so that's the thing that creates competitive advantage.
This makes me think back to last Christmas, and I don't remember what day it was on, but I can remember like the weekend of, and then that Monday, we didn't try to list anything or run any sales or try to promote anything because I was like, no one's going to buy it anyway. They're not going to get it. And so now this year, I'm going to be like slashing everything come, the day before, day of. I'll be offering, we talked about this, offering overnight shipping all the way leading up to Christmas. So especially with guaranteed shipping being there. So that's awesome.
There you go.
So again, fourth quarter, guys, get ready. Definitely.
Next question is, how does this program work if I offer free shipping?
So free shipping, and I'll let Greg finish it because I don't know the second half of this, but free shipping is still a date range. So if it doesn't matter what you're charging or not charging for the shipping, it matters what course of shipping you're choosing, whether it's first class or priority or overnight. So if you're choosing first class, it's going to give you that, 3 to 7 days or whatever it is, and so it'll guarantee it within 7. If you're choosing the priority 2-day or priority 3-day, it will guarantee it in those days. It's not about how much you're charging, so you can still do, I know what they're getting at, you can still do your free shipping and get your fast and free badge and still have a guaranteed delivery date. Am I right?
Yeah, you did an awesome job. But there's more to that, right? So free shipping is, it's one of the things that our sellers, when we ask them that question, what do you look for? Many of them said, I look for free shipping, right? So free shipping is a really important option to still have as a shipping option on your listing. You don't have to guarantee that particular option.
Right.
So you should be offering a free economy option because some buyers are looking for it.
Right.
But you should also have your faster options that you're going to charge for. Because no matter what a buyer is looking for, free and slow or fast and slightly paid for, they're going to be able to find it. It's just about options, right?
Right, so that comes into the
and
multiple
any of those
shipping
can still
options.
be guaranteed, right? So
And any of them can still be guaranteed.
Yeah, they'll all be guaranteed.
So that's subtle, and I actually
date.
think that's really important. Like that model of the best practice around how you think about multiple shipping services, like slow and free and expedited and paid, but all guaranteed with the, opted into the program. Like that's the way to set up your shipping so that you maximize your sales.
Right, that's buyer options.
That's
a
right.
lot of buyer options,
Exactly.
so very good.
We have some folks that are concerned about what happens if a package arrives late.
Yeah.
Great question. This is all Greg.
You know the answer, right?
I do know the answer, but I'm going to let Greg
right.
put himself out there on this one.
It's a very important question. So
It is.
what we're doing for guaranteed delivery too is it's not enough just to make a guaranteed promise. You've got to back it up. And we're going to back up the guaranteed promises in a number of different ways, right? If a buyer experiences a late delivery of a guaranteed item, they're going to have the ability to come back to the site and claim something back to make them feel okay about the fact that they needed it by a certain date, but it was 1 day late. So the options that they have, they can just request a free return, which is something that they can do today anyway. Or they can claim the ship cost back. So if it wasn't a free option that they chose a faster option and paid $5 for it, they can claim that $5 back. As to who pays,
Yes.
that's important.
Yes, that's the
crux of
next
question.
follow question. Yeah.
For a seller that is just guaranteeing their handling time, and then eBay does the rest of the guaranteed delivery promise to the buyer, if a seller meets their handling time, they're in the clear.
Right.
If the item is then delivered late, eBay takes care of all of that.
So in other words, if you do your part, get the scan, and it's the mail carrier that is off, then it's eBay
on
taking
us.
it. Yeah.
And then the other version of that program for sellers that want to make that full door to their warehouse door to the buyer's door promise, if they miss on that promise, then it's on them.
Yeah.
However, if they've offered free shipping and the buyer wants something other than a free return, eBay's always going to pay the cost of a $5 voucher to them.
Okay.
Because there's nothing to claim back because it was free
Right,
shipping.
there was free shipping.
We're going to give out a $5 voucher to make them feel good about the whole transaction.
So if you've done free shipping, the only option is to get a gift card, a coupon, $5 coupon to use for that. So you will be covered as long as you do your part, which we all do our parts, right? We all get stuff to the post office on time or picked up. As long as you get those scans, and this is why it comes back to getting the scans. We talk about it all the time. Set your handling time, get your scans, and you're covered.
Exactly right.
And the next question is, how is eBay working with USPS to ensure delivery times?
You know the answer?
I don't. I mean, look, we're always working with United States Postal
All of our
Service
vendors,
because, it's so critical. A part of our algorithm is their performance. A part of our brand is their performance. And the USPS has been a great partner, but obviously they have their challenges, and so I think we've got a very strategic relationship with them. They're one of our primary sponsors, our title sponsor, in fact, for the eBay Open event. And we're always sort of working with them to figure out how to get more in sync. So I mean, the teams are working through the details, but it's a very well-known, I don't want to call it an issue and opportunity. It's a well-known need to be highly integrated to make sure that we understand exactly what their performance is expected to be.
And I can tell you, and you guys know I ship a lot of packages, and all of us that are behind the scenes and close do thousands of transactions. I can tell you once a month between the dozens of us that talk and the thousands of packages that goes out, one a month that might be late at most. So it's not a problem. I know you guys see it because of the group, and there's 40,000 of us sharing our stories, but when you break it down to yourself, you probably once a year at best.
But that's the work that the teams do. You know, they go and they investigate those. I mean, they look at it from a statistical standpoint, like what's our error rate, what's driving the errors, what are the things that are. I mean, you know, you need to evaluate it and think about it like it's a manufacturing process, right? Which it is, right?
It is.
And so that's the approach that the teams have taken. And they've made a lot of progress, and I think, you know, there's obviously still more to do.
Right. If it wasn't for them, we wouldn't have any of this, so keep that in mind.
Yeah, and also on that, so for the handling time version of guaranteed delivery, we are asking sellers to use an eBay label for shipping.
Of course.
The reason we do that is because that gives us a direct connection with USPS and with FedEx. Those are the two partners on the platform.
Right.
Because the label is coming through us, we can then say with a lot of accuracy, you know, these are the transactions that, or these are the regions that we're failing on. You know, we've got to step up our game to fix these.
And that's a good point. They're going to, once you guys get going on this guaranteed, they're going to be collecting this data. So another reason to make sure you sign up for it. Don't forget.
Early and often.
Early and often. Great thing.
Okay, last question.
Last question.
What happens if a buyer leaves negative feedback?
Oh, very good.
Yeah, that's important, right?
It is. That's going to be huge. Yeah.
Sure. So we're offering protections for sellers in guaranteed delivery to protect you against feedback that was unwarranted. So, for example, if you've met your handling time, you've done everything you promised, the item is then delayed in its delivery, it's on us. Because it's on us, we'll automatically remove any negative feedback that comes onto your account as a result.
You just made a lot of people feel real good.
Yep.
So.
And for the door-to-door, the seller is responsible all the way through. But if a weather event or a strike sort of kicked in and caused a delay, we're protecting you on that too.
Very nice. That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right, so that's going to do it, guys, for the questions. We appreciate you joining us for the video. We got other things to do. We got to wrap it up. So thank you for joining us. Leave it down in the comment section below if you have anything else. I'll check them later tonight. I'll forward all of your concerns, questions, everything to Greg and Bob. And anything else we can do for you, just let me know.
Thank you guys for selling on eBay.
Thanks, everyone. We'll see you next time.